Hello students, today we will study the chapter The Storm in Isama. We will study the summary of this chapter. So here I begin. Prashant's visit to Isama and coming of a storm. Prashant went to his friend's house in Isama on 27th October 1999. It was even 7 years after his mother's death. In the evening, heavy and continuous rain filled the darkness. Trees were uprooted. The waters entered the friend's house. The speed of the wind was 350 km per hour. Everything was destroyed there. The scene of destruction was horrible. Prashant and his friend's family had taken refuge on the roof. Prashant won't forget the horrible scene that he saw. He was greatly shocked to see a huge sheet of water all over. It covered everything as far as the eye could see. Houses were broken, dead animals and human bodies floated everywhere. Huge trees had fallen. 2 coconut trees had fallen on the house of Prashant's friend. Tender coconuts keep them alive for several days. For a couple of days, Prashant sat huddled on the rooftop with his friend's family. They were nearby, frozen in cold wind. Prashant thought of his family, decided to go, though his friend's family asked him to stay back. Prashant was worried about his family, so he got a strong stick. He then started on his 18-kilometer journey to his village. The flood waters was swollen. Prashant on way to his village. Prashant waded through water. On the way, he found 2 friends of his uncle. They were also returning home. They had to push away many floating dead bodies of human beings and animals to move ahead. There were hardly any houses left in village that they passed. Prashant wept, thinking that no one in the family would have survived. Finally, Prashant reaches his village, Kalikoda. The roof was the only thing that was left of his house, so he went to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family there. He saw the grand maternal there. It was a miracle for them to see Prashant alive. They had thought Prashant to be dead. Prashant's family was there. Prashant, now leader of this village, Prashant decided to assess the damage and the danger awaiting the saviors. All the houses in the village had been washed away. Prashant organized a group of youths of his village. It pressurized the merchant to give them some rice. They made a fire and cooked the rice. However, the rice was rotting. His next step was to clean the place of filth, urine and floating dead bodies. Children devised a method to get food from above. On the 5th day, a military helicopter dropped food, but it didn't return. The group deputed the children to lie there. They had the empty utensils on their stomachs. It was to communicate to the passing helicopter that they were hungry. Finally, they got food through airdropping. Prashant became a savior. He brought the orphan children and made a shelter for them. He asked the women to look after them, but he soon found that women and children were sinking deeper and deeper in their grief. He made them join the Food for Work program. It was started by a non-government organization. He engaged the other volunteers to help keep widows to start their lives. He also believed that orphans should be resettled in their own community. Now, after 6 months, soon after the super cyclone, Prashant now thought about himself. Earlier had no time bother about his own pain. Now, the widows and orphan children of the village thought of Prashant only in the hours of grief. So, this is the story of the chapter The Storm in Irsama.